Yo. Hello, everybody. Let's get the tunes going. Well, not settings. Hello, welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far once again. Ooh, here we go. We're starting it off. All right, we're getting the everything loaded up here. Hello, once again, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Check, 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 check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. What is that guy doing? Get out of here. All right. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. Let's get the stream loaded up. Let's get the stream going. I wonder if I can try to get the stream, the Twitch stream on the screen, but where should I put it? Oh, whatever. Okay, hold on. There we go. Now let's go. Let's duplicate that. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay, that one. Huh. Oh, well, is it? Hold on. Okay, so it's gonna. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Okay, I gotta go like this, do a... Alright, let's see, hold on. See if I can get it here. I gotta get multi-chat going, but... Hey, go to Penguin, what's going on? We're gonna get into the project here in just a sec. Thanks so much for coming here. Oh, sorry, we're just getting things loaded up. Welcome. Aha. Is that just really small, though? Interact. It's just really small. Oh, well. Oh, I can make it bigger, but I don't want to make it that big. We'll see how, we'll have to keep cycling through the chats and see how they work when they're loaded up. We're getting it here, hold on. put that like above there about. Put it there. Hey, Coco Brown, welcome. Mahan wants pro. Get back, Mahan. Mahan, I thought you didn't like the books. Yeah, I'm procrastinating, guys. I'm human. The pro get. I'm procrastinating. The pro get. All right, let's get going here. Should we do? I don't know. I don't know if I don't want to. I don't know if I want to do LeetCode today. We wasted a lot of time yesterday doing LeetCode. We got to work on our project. All right, let's get into this. Let's see. Let's just take a peek at the next one. Right, it's similar to the other one, but we're given the title and we need to give back a number. Excuse you, baby. Right. So similar to the other one we did. It's similar to the one we did yesterday, but oh, this is that song. All right. This is similar to the last one we did. This guy here. So on this one, right, we were given the column number, we gave back a value. Okay, so then let's think here. If we want to do the opposite, then I'll give it like 20 minutes and then I'll move on to something else. So if we wanted to do like the opposite, this was 160. What's going on here? Oh, I didn't know there was a LeetCode extension on VS Code. Trevor, don't get ahead of yourself. No, let's not get ahead of ourselves now. But if you guys are part of the early crew on YouTube, leave a thumbs up. If you're here new on Twitch, leave a follow. We're pushing for affiliate soon. We got 50 followers, so hopefully they'll let us into the club. Let us in. What is it like in the social network? The something Phoenix. The Phoenix is it just called the Phoenix? Let us in the Phoenix, Eduardo. Oh, hold on. So this one we did yesterday was what number? This is taking forever. Come on. 168. Okay, so this one is rename to 168. Okay, and then let's go ahead and take on 171 here. Okay, so now let's think here. So we want to do the reverse of what we did last time in the 168 problem. Right, so in the 168 problem, what we did was, well, I even had, just gonna be annoying. Why is it doing this? Okay, so in 171, right, we're wanting to give a... Wait, which one is this one? This is 168. Okay, so let me... Hold on, sorry. Come on. I want to take 168. I want to put it here. Right. And then, so then I want to give 171. Okay, now here we go. Okay. Jeez. All right, got loaded up. Wrong tag. Oh, this is 171. Yeah, 171. Okay. Given the column titles, right? We're given this time the column title, right? So let's first go like this. Let's go like what we did yesterday is let's take the character A, right? Let's call, so I'll give you the ord. Is it ord? Unicorn point. So then we print ord. That gives us back a value of 65. Right? 65. So the ord function will convert the A back into the value we're looking for. So in 68, what we did is we into an integer value for this number. So let's say so then 65 was given back to us for the value of A. So if we want to output a value of 1 for A, okay, so then in the 68, what do? We chur the column number. We modulo by 26 and added 65 to it. We got the remainder. Add 65 to the remainder. Well, no, this is add 65 to the column number. What is the order of operation moving on here? Plus S to make the new string, right? Okay. So if we get 65 back for a value of A, okay. Let me modulo So what does that tell us then? 65 for a value of A, right? When originally we want to get to a value of 1 here. Hey, you and Jay, welcome back. So 65 would equal to our is our 0 place then, right? So then B would be, so then we need to less 65 from this value, right, to get to a 0 index, right? So that gives us 0. So now we have it. Now that is something we can work with here. Work with something, okay? So then we want to output one value higher, right? So it'd be so less 65 would bring us to 0. Right, so if we say, right, we need to go over every character, right, in the string it's given us, right, and then based upon the character positioning, right, within its index, we are going to have to multiply that value of that character by something. So in this example, AB, A gives us a value of 1, right, back. B gives us a value of 2, but we need to do something to that to get up to 28. So 2, we have to get to 27 to add up to 1 for 28. So then maybe we should start from the back and do a 2 value. Well, okay, so how do we evaluate each character then? And 68, what we did, we reduced our column number by 1 to 0, indexed it right off the jump. We then added 65 to the column number modulo 26 and then found the character equivalent of that ASCII number. So we're obviously less 65, so we need to invert this operation here. So we're getting the remainder of this with a base 26. So if we modulo 26 here, what does that output us? 52 for just a string of A. Interesting. Okay, so I is 0, 0 to 26. Oh, hold up. 26. No, because Z is 26 and Y is 25. Which is 650. 51 remainder. Kind of just for whatever, Yunjay, just for practicing and you know, getting more general practice with programming and more difficult concepts and things like that. I want to have this wrap. Oh, shoot. Well, I might have to remove. I need to figure out a multi-stream, you guys, or a multi chat. Sorry, Twitch guys. I got to figure out because it won't wrap like it does on the YouTube. Okay, so we reduce our column number by 1. Oh. So do we need to say, like, for I in range, right, of n, and then have n equal to the length of whatever the string is. Right, and then have string equal to, in this case, AB. So B is, so what can we do with the value of 26 though? That's what my question is that, okay, so if we have I in the range of n, we're going to iterate over each value. Right, so this will, so give me 0 and 1 for the two values of A and B, right? Which if I make them, if I reduce by 64, that gives me back the values of 1 and 2, which are the values mapped to A and B here. Okay. But now I need to handle the condition. If I am getting an extra magnitude to an extra, like, basically bit or whatever to compute a value from. Yeah, I think either way is good. You're streaming it, talking out loud, doing the coding problem is one thing. Being able to explain your chain of thought out loud is for an interview the whole time is another thing. That was a hard part for me to learn. Yeah, it's definitely I guess a side skill I guess we're developing here is by just being a chatterbox talking to you guys. So thank you guys so much for being here. Well, let me know what you guys are working on. What's your experience with coding, Sunjay? Sorry, Yunjay. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, so now right, that'll make it 0 indexed by making it map to this here. But I'm not really mapping to a dictionary though anymore. So I want to get the ord of this minus 64 itself. No, because you have to get the ord of the integer and then manipulate it. Okay, so we'll say, okay, so for I in the range of n, we'll say that char ASCII value is equal to ord on s index I, right? Okay, and then so then that'll give us, right, you know, if we in every case, if we just print the ASCII value, right, we'll get 65 and 66 in this case, right, for big A and big B. Now 65 and 66. Now obviously I need to come up with some summing value here. Right, so do I need to have a, so 65 so we'll have like result is equal to 0 out front. For now, use extra memory and save value of each of these to a list. You know it's possible in digit. Then you know it's possible in digit on 10s. Here is 26s, and so on. So for I in the range of n, we're gonna, if we're iterating over, are we gonna iterate over all the values? Plus 66. Hmm. 65 divided by 26. 2.5. 26 goes in, no, 10. Does not go in 26, you get 26 back. Right. So if we less 64 here, that gives us one and 2 for these values. Now, which map to 1 and 2 for B here. But we need to do something to the second, to our value on the second index. So, right, because when we go to a second index, our magnitude increases. 26. And then I went to college for brain and cognitive science degree, did 2 years in software engineering. I'm in my second year of data science position working at a Fortune 500 autonomous tractors planting machinery company. That's cool. Software engineering for the farmers. We are farmers. The years are a bit combined because I did a contract job at another company, but going a bit for now. 1 year contract software engineer, 1 year contract data scientist at an AI startup unicorn, 1.5 internship, about to graduate and join the intern company as a data scientist. Nice. The intern company is a farming corp. I did not learn coding through my degree, mostly psychology / neuro stuff. First year of internship was software engineering. This year has been internal generative AI team. Wow, dude, you've done a lot. You've been all over. Tons of different stuff. That's awesome. All right, guys, let's bust open a snack here. All right, you guys choose. Are we going to bust open the Reese's Fast Break? Okay, Reese's Fast Break. Or the Reese's Caramel Cup. Okay, what would you guys choose? A Reese's Caramel Cup or a Reese's Fast Break? You're a desert island. You can only have one Reese's, your last ever candy to your name. What are you choosing? Right? If a ship comes by and holds out one of these and says you choose, and you're going to not get anything else to eat for the rest of, you're going to die on this island. This is going to be your last supper. Which Reese's are you taking? The Fast Break. Now the Fast Break has milk chocolate, peanut butter, and nougat. While the Caramel Cup is just a normal Reese's, I think, with some caramel in there. UJ is going caramel cup. Oh, Mahan's, is that caramel? Caramel cup for the win. Everybody's saying caramel cup. Except Mahan. Alright, let's go caramel cup. Okay, so let's think about this problem. When we come up to the next character, uh-oh. Crumbs on my desk. There's crumbs. Crumbs everywhere. Hold up. Alright. That was good. Okay, so I take one. Times. Because if I take the B value, Z is 26. Y is 25. (26 times 25 is 650. So I'm 51 values away by just multiplying the two together. Hey Naveen. Hey man, I'm from India. My high school ended this year and I had a physics, chem, maths, and computational thinking and programming English, and I just wanted to do bachelor science and master science in CS. At least show us the caramel cup. Oh, my bad. My bad, Carlos. I'll bust out another one for you. Alright, here's a caramel. It's got a little dent in it. Here's a caramel cup. Alright, we'll go for another one here. Caramel cup. Pretty good. Okay. So what do I want to do to the what do I want to do to the value of each character? Right, we just want to map it. Right, because it's going to be in our... We're going to get the value of it, right? So we get the value of it. And then we... So if we take this... Do 26 modulo that value, what happens? We get 26 and 26 back. So it doesn't go in. So if we, I don't know, do we use the modulo in this one as well? So then we get 13 and 14 as remainders of word index I, which would be 27, which we want 28 for AB. So on each pass, so we results plus equal ASCII value. Plus 1. And then do we... That gives us 29 on the first pass. So plus I would give us 28. So then if I go, right, so now, but I'm just summing, so that wouldn't work though for ZY, right? Because I get 24. I'm supposed to get 701. One times 0. Okay. So in base, so this value that maps to okay, so we have to order the value. Add to I 26. So in the case of becomes 26 times 26, which is 676 plus so then it's 26. So, right, the thing is for ZY, I get to order the value 26 right, so 26 will be the ord of this value Z. We then take that value and multiply it by our base 26. The power of we have a base 26, right? we're computing the base and the maximum values. Oh, what about this? Can we not compute? Can we just compute the maximum? Right, so 26 at a length of 2. Right, in base 26, 26 to the power, well, in base 2, hold on, what did Mohan say up earlier? He said 1. Base 26, right, to the power of I less or times character value. So let's go here. Now let's can ASCII value less 64 will bring us to our base value times 26 to the power of I, right? This equals to val, and then let's just print value here. 26. So I'll wrap this in parentheses here. 26 and 650. $676. So that just gave us the value each time. Man, I don't need your sarcasm, bro. It's really not needed. $21 and $650. 26 is for the Z. Right, then it gives me $650 for the next magnitude of the next value of Y. But I need it to be a little bit greater because I need... We have 26 and 650 on this result here. right? So I'm just shy by 25 values. So I'm not adding enough together here if I sum these, right? Or you say results plus equals. If we print result here, right, we got 676 total. So we're shy of 25 for 701. You want me to go backwards? Go to the Y and then the Z first? Well, I would be -1, then -2. What do we do? Is it and with the negative step? It's a negative n. -1. Is it negative n, -1 with the -1 step? Is that how you do go backwards and it gives you 0? I always forget how to go backwards with range. Hey, Prakash, thanks for love from India, love from California. How do I go? So it goes, the range function goes, I always forget how to go backwards. So you go negative step, our start being -1, our stop being -n. Let's go to the or hold on. I can't remember. Working with lists. Here we go. No, I don't think this one was gonna. I don't know. I can't remember if it's in here or not. Do they have the range function in here? Iterate backwards Python. length of n minus 1, right? Ah, with the negative 1 star. There we go, right? Because you have to go 1 past the value of n. Okay. 676 with this. That's me 1 times. So back in the same thing, so this gives me I is equal to 1. Result is equal to 0, right? ASCII value is 89. So it makes result is 650. And then we get 20. ASCII value is equal to 89 again. Oh, hold up. My bad. This absolute value. I don't know why it's absolute value here. Wrong I. Wrong I, absolute value. Okay, so now 676 still. Okay, so we're going right here. 650. I is 0, so it's getting why is I 0? One and 0. Length of S is 2. Oh. Negative n minus 1. So negative n minus 1. Let go to negative n 0. Iterate backwards, list, range, Python. Start at 10. Okay, so start at negative 1. Go up to negative n minus 1 with a step. Okay, there's that. 2. Okay, so this is doing 26 to the power of 1, which is 26 times the ASCII, the converted value for the y. So the converted value for the y is 25, right? On the first pass. So then it's 25 for the first pass. So that's being multiplied by 26. Okay, so we go in, n equals to 2. Well, I is -1 starting off on the y. We get an ASCII value of 89. That's at index -1. ASCII value is 89. ASCII value becomes 90. Let's just call this map value. We'll less this by 64 here. And then I'll just do map value here. And then, so that'll be, for y, that'll be 25. So I'm gonna say print map values to make sure I'm getting that right. So that's gonna be 25 and 26, okay. Now I wanna take the 25, add to it 26 here. I get 753 to the power of I. So 26 plus the map value. This times 26. No. Sorry. Zero. Plus 26 to the power of 0 is okay, so what if we say that the power is equal to, starts at 0, right? We want to multiply by power start at 0 and increase power by 1. That gives us 78. So that gives us 26 times, which gives us 1 divided by y. The power, so power is going to equal to n, and it will decrease power by 1 each time, because this is 753. Right, because this will be hit with the power of 2, this will be hit with the power of 1. 25 to the times 26 to the power of 2, so 26 times 26 is plus 25. Oh, so the z gets hit with the power of 2, the y doesn't. So power will stay at 1 rather, power plus equals the map value. So I want 25. No, okay, so let me go. So this one, so if I'm using the values of 26 and 25. I need 26 to multiply twice. I need to add on to 25. But 25 is the value associated with y, which would be iterated over first. So that means y has to be multiplied. I can't add anything onto it, so I need this to evaluate out to a 0 at the first iteration. So it'd be 0. So power would be 0 to get to 26 to the power of 0 equals to 1. No, sorry. Hey, Sargil, thanks so much for your support. Thanks so much for coming in. Hey, Aji Gaming 24, Anonymous, AG, welcome back. Thank you guys so much. Sorry I missed your chats. How are you guys doing tonight? Let me know what you guys are studying and working on. What brings you in? Do you guys learn programming as well? Thanks so much for coming in, you guys. I think it's cool you come from a biochem background. The stats and research experience I did for psych definitely helped me in learning a CS. Having to read 30 pages of research for class helped my doc navigation skills and programming for sure. Do you find any parts of your biochem experience helpful while learning to code? The thing, yeah, it's definitely really interesting. There's a lot of stuff that I want, try, but the main thing I'm really interested, honestly, is just how big software programs are built, and like on like a corporate level. It seems very, very interesting to me and how it all runs together. But yeah, I'm working, actually have a meeting tomorrow with the bioinformatics team within my current organization I pitched to them an automation project for my current matrix formulation, and I'm going to meet with them to try to code alongside them, hopefully, this project. So fingers crossed. Right, because 26 to the power of 0 would be 1. So we have to, right, we don't want to add 1 because then we'll get 27 or 26. Because we want to keep the 25, so we need to multiply. So then that takes a map value of 26 and multiplies it by 26 to the power of 1, which is 26. And then we increase the power by 1. I think that's it. I think that's our answer. Yeah. It just took me a little bit, you guys. It just took me a little bit. Let me get there. Let me cook a little bit. Come on. Have some faith in your old man. I still got it. This old guy still got it. No. Ah. Give me this. Aha! You guys thought I couldn't do it. They said I couldn't. They said I couldn't do it. The haters always talking. They're the loudest. All right. Okay. So I'm kind of starting to understand, right? So Right. This definitely, seeing this again, day number 2, a second, but the other way around from the first attempt of the other problem 168, this was definitely helpful because now I'm starting to see, okay, you take your base, you put your exponent by whatever current iteration within your current of magnitude order in, starting from 1, or starting from 0, I mean, right? So power starts at 0, just like in binary base 2, for 1 bit, you can represent with 2 to the power of 0, right? That's the starting bit. No, the starting bit is 2 to the power. Wait, is it 2 to the power of 0? No, because that would be just 1. So, and you need the bits on is 0 or 1. But this one I start at 0 power. Is it because I start at 0 power? That's interesting. N? So N is... Hey, Vadansh. All right, we got 34 of you, my friends, in here. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you guys are part of the stream, leave a thumbs up. We just solved this LeetCode problem. This is my solution for this problem here. So is there any places we can improve this, let's say? Well, we could just say this. All right, that'll do the same thing. Down. Now, do we even need this power variable? We're starting off on 0. I'm wondering if I can use... I wonder if I can use n minus 1 here as my power. No, because I need it to continually go down. No. Whatever, I like the other way. Try not to use exponential function with the forward loop. You want us to go start from the forward? Okay, so if we start... for I in range of n, so this is going to go 0. So we want to go, though, for I in range of n. So the thing is we're going to want to go, our powers are going to need to be 0, 1, 2. So I is going to have to be 0, 1. Okay, so we'll use I as our power. And then just say, we'll get our map value and our result. And then we return results, and we power by I here. So at the first go it'd be 0. for 26. No, but I need 26 times 26 plus 25. All right, so I need the I to start at the 1. I need my power to start at 1. But then D, so N would be 2. I is 0 in the first case. So we would have a power of 2. So then N minus I, if I goes up to 2, N is 2, I goes up to 1, sorry. So this would be N minus I minus 1. I think I'm missing a result here. Yes! Yes! Woo! We are getting it. We're getting better at this base conversion stuff. A lot better than yesterday. Look at that. So we had to use N. We reduce it by I through each iteration, but also by 1 because we are 0 indexing with the power, whereas our map values start off at 1. Now time for a follow-up? Oh, come on, Chris. You're killing me. We gotta work on the project. Which one's this one? We just did this one. We did this one yesterday. This one took us 3 hours yesterday. That's why we were able to do this one a little bit quicker today. Chris, you missed the pain yesterday already, man. This one took us 2 hours and 30 minutes yesterday. See, I was really struggling through, base conversion stuff. Today helped a lot to, solidify it a little bit more. But, yeah. All right, if you guys are on the stream, you guys got to leave a like for that one. Come on, we got that one. Woo! We even got it from going forward. So this is backwards. All right, this is forwards. Nice. Feels good about that one. Let's give some shout outs to people following over on the Twitch. If you guys are on the Twitch, go ahead, if you guys don't mind, hit a little follow for your boy. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and see the recent activity here. Goated Penguin. Thanks so much for the follow, my friend. You're the man. You're the man. All right, we're up to 1716 on the sub count for YouTube. You guys are awesome. All right, you guys. Drop a LeetCode. What'd you say? Number 48 is what you guys want me to try. If this is 3-sum or 4-sum, you guys are done for. If this is 3-sum or 4-sum, Tim's getting kicked from the chat for 5 minutes. No, for 1 minute. Rotate image. You want me to do this one? Bro, you're tripping. So we basically need to get our array here to rotate to this position. This array rotates to the middle position. This array rotates to the first positions. Oh, so then if you're given a 5 by n, okay, so you can't. Given n by n matrix. Rotate the image 90 degrees clockwise. Do not allocate another 2D matrix and do the rotation. So we take the 1, 2, 3 and put them over here. Take the 3, 6, 9, put it over here. We just do a rotate. But then on this example here, you take the 5, the first row, every value in the 0 index becomes the last index in every array moving forward. Right, so then in the 1 index, you become every value in the -2 position, or n minus. So n is 4, right? This is index 3. Whereas in the array itself, this is index 1. Nice, Chris. So basically, the number you can take this array, stick it on top of this array, stick it on top of this array, and on the bottom. So I basically want to do this, right? So I want to take my last index matrix, right? 7, 8, 9. I want to take So we would take, what happened to my tunes? For every value, we take this one. Right, this value becomes here, 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 here. We take this. Well, obviously, so what, if we can't allocate another matrix, we have to swap these values in place with their designated counterpart to where the swap would go. So in this case, the 1 would swap, the 7 goes to the 1's place, whereas the 1 goes to the 3 place. So you jump over plus 2 columns plus no rows. Whereas this one you jump over plus 1 column, plus 1 column, plus 1 row, plus 1 row column, minus 1 row, plus 1 row. And then in this position, you just plus 0 rows, plus 0 columns, plus 2 rows. So do we say for, are we given n? We're given a matrix. So n is equal to the length of matrix index 0. And then we say, so we have 3 conditions, right? If you're, well, no, because then if you're in, you go up, I don't know. I want to work on our project, you guys. We've already done enough LeetCode. We'll come back to this one tomorrow. We need to work on our project. We got to allocate time. We got to be responsible with our time. All right, this is our small business manager project that we've been working on for a few weeks now. We are almost done. We are building the settings menu right now, where we'll be hopefully done shortly. We finished up this feature here where we can change the business name live name, right? And it's updated accordingly. So we're writing this function here for the current sizes. So let's go back into our settings tab here. Hey Max MK, how are you learning Python? What is your strategy? Yeah, so I just stream every single day, brute force studying. Working on projects, really trying my best to limit my AI use to necessity, to read books independently, push myself to learn hard things. I can learn hard things. People before us, before the internet, they learned how to find the distance to the sun by using angles and shadows. So if I can't learn how to code by watching YouTube videos or reading books, then I am a loser. I'm a failure in my opinion. So I if those people are able to do all of that, then I have no excuse, right? Especially with all the resources that we're given today. Okay. So we have, in our settings tab, we have our update name function here. So let's call a new function called def update sizes given self, right? And we're gonna go new size is equal to the self dot, what's it called here? So we need to keep our self option here. Oop. Add self to all of these so we can access them within our function pass-ins. Bear with me here. All right. So we're gonna get the value of our widget that was input for our combo box of the not only the add remove size option, but also entry, right? So add remove new size, self dot add remove size option, add or remove option is equal to self dot add or remove option. Okay, dot get here. Are you still working as a biochemist while you do this? Yeah, so I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry. I graduated in 2021, just right after the COVID craziness going on. I graduated end of 2021, beginning of 2022, and I work as a formulation chemist every day as my 9-to-5 job, where I build biological controls that are used for patient diagnostics and research and whatever hospital use and whatnot. So like, advanced solutions that test a wide variety of biological analytes that you can troubleshoot and provide patients necessary and vital information pertaining to specific healthy ranges or abnormal ranges or whatnot, pertaining to whatever test it might be. So yeah, today I made some. Today actually, for the past week, I've been synthesizing some rheumatoid factor. Can't get into really the ins and outs of the synthesization because it is, whatever, what's it called? Not, it's sensitive information pertinent to the for the company, but like it's called. There's a specific word for it that's like proprietary, right? I can't really share like the formulation of it, but it's pretty cool because rheumatoid factor, you have to allow it to, sit for a period of time to allow the thrombin to like to gelatinize or whatever within it and pull out all the basically the fatty fibers that you don't want inside the concentrated solution. And so I had this big chunk of lard that I had to put into a press and squeeze all the juice out of basically to get even more solution once I finish my sitting period. And I just finished that up this week. And rheumatoid factor, for a fun fact, is if you guys know anything about it, it's found heavily in like older people or people with arthritis or whatnot. But if you take medication for it, then you become like unviable as a donor, right? So if you have like this certain disease or whatever, like certain type of arthritis or whatnot, and you don't take medication for it, you just kind of like, if you can't or whatnot, or if you suffer through it or whatnot, which is really unfortunate, then what you can do is you can sell your your blood plasma basically, I think is what it is, or yeah, I think so. And within that is your is this basically this liquid gold rheumatoid factor, right? Because of antibiotic resistance, it's become extremely costly and expensive. And so, if you have RF in your body that you're able to produce and donate, you can make a lot of money. Prakash, love from India, man. Love from California. California. Love from India. Hey, dude, how's it going? If you guys are here, feel free to leave a like. I appreciate you guys being here and joining me. Love from the sun, Mr. Cruz. Hey, Cruz194, welcome back, dude. How's it going? Naveen, hey, Mike. In India, there's a university entrance exam called the CUET, and I have a physical chem, a physics, chem, math, CS, and English, and I want to pursue Bachelor of Science. CS, and university is saying that I have to choose either physics or chem. So I'm sure there's a part 2 to this message. Tenant? No, I haven't seen Tenant. I'm watching, have you guys seen Severance? I'm about to watch the season finale of episode 1. No spoilers, guys. Please, please, please. No spoilers. I'm about to watch the season finale of episode 1 tonight when my lady friend gets back. Okay, so let's keep going here. All right, you can link me. You'll have to, Cruz, throw it in the Discord or something, in the off-topic chat. Physics or chem? What should you choose? Well, I'm a little bit weary. I don't want to it's all individual to the person, right? So, Mahan, you want to filter that link for me on the Twitch? If you're there. How many days are we away? We might be able to get it done, tonight if we stop talking and get focused here. So physics or chem, it's difficult because my experience with college level physics 1 and 2, honestly, college level physics, at least the general physics course that I took, the first semester and second semester that was all required for my major, it honestly wasn't that difficult. Now, yes, I did have to study for it. Yes, I have to, I have to I had to go and get help from the professor sometimes, but in retrospect, looking back, it was not harder than my chemistry courses. I think physics was easier than my chemistry courses, because physics basically, at least the structure of my course was that I was given an equation sheet with every exam, right? I was given an equation sheet, and you're basically just given like 2 pages of based word problems, word problems that you have to basically deduce and analyze yourself and figure out which equation to use for this situation and compute some sort of answer back. So it is extremely math based, not anything hard with physics 1 and 2. I do not believe in general physics you have to use any calculus. I believe you can use calculus if you want to for some of the problems, but they're not actually required to use in Gen Physics 1 and 2. But I just remember that basically my whole objective of that class was, okay, find the equation that works for this specific instance. What am I throwing? Am I using gravity? Am I dropping something? Am I something speeding up? Do I have acceleration? Do I have velocity? Do I have a constant speed? Do I have, or what do I have? Drag? Do I have friction? Right? So what instances do I have for the specific problem, and basically solve for specific variables was a lot of my physics experience. Now chemistry, in my opinion, had a lot more memorization involved. You have to almost pretty much memorize throughout your general chemistry and organic chemistry. By the time you get through it, you'll have pretty much the entire periodic table memorized. Now I don't have it all memorized anymore, but I had probably the first, I'd say 30 to 40 elements down, in terms of their order, and then their like like their periodic trends, right? That's another thing that you have to remember, is like a bunch of periodic trends, because the table is actually very intuitively made, and it serves a purpose, because if you certain locations of the periodic table have clusters of elements that have certain attributes or similarities with them, like electronegativity, and those come into like when you're drawing things like Lewis structures or electron configuration, right? So all these periodic trends really come into play, and then you stack on top of that math to compute various like solution concentrations, thermodynamic concentrations like entropy, enthalpy. Um, in my opinion, I think general chemistry is probably it's a pretty tough college course for people, because it is, a lot of freshmen, sophomores do take it. I was the TA for it and the undergraduate teaching fellow, and then I also taught the general chemistry lab for the lab at Utah State, and I like ran the whole lab. I graded all the lab write-ups and reports from the students, and I wasn't a tough grader, but I gave decent grades, and I was easy on people when I saw the hard work was there and stuff. But I I was fun. I was a good teacher. I think I was fun, at least in the lab. But in my opinion, and then the lab is just, you have a lot more stuff. Hold on. All right, hold on. Let's see here. Ionic bomb you to this movie. It's the opening scene of Tenet, huh? Hopefully that was a decent explanation. Prax, welcome off work, dude. Thanks for jumping in again. 50 questions, and you have to do it in 60 minutes, and there's 5 marks or order for one right, -1 for one wrong. All right. Hey, Amzo, welcome in, dude. How's it going, man? Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Zeus, how's it going? Welcome back. All right, we gotta keep going here. We only have 2 lines. Oh my gosh. Okay, update size here. We're gonna get the size. So new size, add or remove. So we're gonna match a case. So we'll say if new size, if not new size dot is alpha, right? You have no, you can have, I guess, size 2, so al num, right? Alphanumeric. No, because you can have symbols too, right? So we'll leave it. You can have basically whatever. However they want to do it, really, right? So the thing is I have the check size function that's going on here within my within my auxiliary function, right? Which is checking my current sizes and then uppering them and giving them back. So the thing is what if they put in a number, right? Sizes can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or something like that. So, oh, if it is instance of a int, right, we're going to so if is instance of a stir, right, we're going to upper the item size, right? Else we're going to give the item size back. And if it's not available, right? Right, we'll say it's not available. You raise a value error invalid. So on the settings here, we match add or remove option with the case equal to quote add size. So what is given back actually here? Let's run. What are my options? What do I have here for the settings? I have add size, remove size, title case, right? So if I have add size, then I have a case to quote remove size, right? Pass, okay. So new size, we're going to call new size equals check is aux. We need to import classes, import aux. We're going to import our check size function here. I don't know what goes say from inf classes.aux will import all, and then we'll say check size on the new size. That'll get returned back to us. We're going to try this because we're going to catch the value error that's risen if it is risen, except for a value error as E, where we're going to raise the value error and give back a failure of here, right, where we have that our status label will say size update failed, invalid size. We'll put E here, right, for that error captured. And then we return false here. So if we get past this check, however, right, for the add size, we're going to go here and go so the check size actually is going to, if it's not in available sizes, which is our current. So the check size function actually isn't needed because that just checks to see if it's in there. So then what we'll do is, instead of this, we'll say if new size in self dot business dot item sizes. Right, that's our business class. Item sizes. If it's in there, right? If not in, we're going to raise a value error as invalid. No, so if it is in, already exists, right? Okay, and then that'll get caught here and updated. So then if we realize that if this item is not in our current sizes, so we can go ahead and add it in, let's go ahead and say if the case for this size is no, because actually we don't want to do this yet, because right on the add size we're gonna, so I'm gonna put that here. Right. Hey, Ray Butler. James Runny, have you tried Vim yet? No, what is Vim? Jenny Tube, what's your Instagram? I don't have an Instagram. Crew's roasting you. He's telling you gotta watch some movies, Mahan. Gotta get on that movie train. Let me go. If you guys are new here, leave a thumbs up, consider subbing and following along. I love meeting all you guys and hanging out with you guys daily. I stream every single day, me studying and learning code, building projects, doing LeetCode, reading books. We currently need to read chapter 7 of Pro Git. We currently read up to chapter 6. We need to go back and read some more Fluent Python, DSA in Python. We need to finish this course. We need to start math. We need to do LeetCode. Man, there's so much to do, so little time. I have a degree in human biology, a minor in chemistry, and I code and stream every single day after my 9-to-5 job. So I'm trying my best here to fit everything in with you guys, but give some movie recommendations. See, I'm not the guy to ask. I actually, hard take here, but I actually hate movies. Ooh, rough take. Sorry. Okay, we're going for a fast break, you guys. You guys ever had a fast break? Let me know if you've had a fast break in chat. I actually don't like movies. See, I think this might, I don't know if it's ADHD or what, or I don't know what it is, but I do not like sitting for more than an hour and a half, watching something. Like, I just gotta do something more productive in terms of, like, I just feel like I'm not getting anything done. And, like, there's 2 hours out of my day gone when I could have gotten something done. And it's just, yeah, it's a time battle. How's it going? Okay, so if we add size, if it's in there, it already exists. Right? Else we're going to add it. So, right, we're going to say self.business.append Um, dot append the new size. And then let's say self dot business dot dot sort. Right, because it's gonna append the new size to the end. So how do I keep these sorted for the user? That's the thing, is we need to figure out how we'll have to keep these sorted. Right, because they might change the key of what we're sorting from a number to RBX says same, man. I always feel like when I go to movies, like if I go out, if I leave it, if I go to a movie theater, like I come out and it's like pitch black, it's like dark outside. My whole day is like over, and like I need a nap, and like I'm tired after that. Like it's like a whole like long ordeal, and it's just like I don't know. What do you guys feel? Are you guys in the same boat? And plus, the movies just like they just suck. Like they're just remaking everything that was old. They're just remaking again, and it's just like let's get some new ideas. Let's get something else going here. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. So we're going to add the size. So we're going to append the size to this. Okay. If it remove size, we'll say, we'll basically do all of this. We'll say try if new size not in this is a value size doesn't exist, and then we'll update it, return false. This returns true here, and then this is a dot is it delete? The pop needs an index value. Removes the first instance of it. So I know that we have remove, which will remove the first instance of the value. Yeah. And then we return true here. Okay, so then we need to say that we save that. And we need to call here self.business.save business. Right? Before we return, and then we call save to the business, and then we need to populate that new, right? We need to update that value that because we're listing them onto the settings page. So in the previous function, we call self.app.title. So let's see here if we go run. If I go settings, add size, test, nothing. Nothing. Oh, because I haven't put in the command yet. So in the add remove size option or button, we're going to have the command be update size. Update sizes. Self.update sizes. Right? So now if we run on AppPy, we go settings, we update business name to test, that'll update live, success, business name updated. Now if I add size, test, error, business object has no attribute dot append. Oh. Okay, so we're doing a business dot append. So this is business dot item sizes dot append. Dot remove. Now we go here. Exit out of this iteration of our loop. Open up settings, add size, test, update. Nothing. Add size got put into our item sizes. Huh. So it's taking this value, the option. Oh. Entry, right? If the option is add size. Okay, so now let's exit out of this, go to business, JSON, remove this here. Okay, so now if we run, okay, we go settings, add size, test, update. There's the size. Saved. Okay, so then what we need to do is we need to refresh this value. Okay, so then we're gonna have to go like this. We'll go here, go to our settings. We can use the configure function, right? So the Tkinter in Python, if you're familiar, has the configure method that you can do to widgets, so you can edit them live and mimic that. So in the add size, we're going to call pen size, save business, and then we're going to call self dot in the add remove size options. So the current size is label listed, right? So the current size is label listed. Dot config text equals to self dot business dot item sizes here. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing down here and return true on those. So now if we go back into here, we remove our test, we go into, and then right, and we launch. Boom. We have all of our default sizes here. We go add size, test, update. Ah, look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo! All right, so now it's showing those live. So then we'll say if it is instance of a string, we're gonna upper the string. So it will be a string though. Right, so it will be a string. So if we add the new size dot upper and then save it. Okay, so now if I go back into here, settings, add size, test, there it is. If I exit, run, settings, okay, it's gone. Why is it not saving? Business info is keeping test. AppPy is calling read business, which is going to here calling read business, opening up. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, so self dot item sizes. Okay, hold on. So I gotta zoom out here. Sorry, let me zoom out real quick. You guys, I gotta see this. So we have name is name, expense categories. Yeah. Expense methods. Sale platforms. Transportation methods. And then we'll have case for item sizes. That's value. Okay, so now if we run AppPy, now we're getting it there. Perfect. So now if we remove size, test, sale, it doesn't exist because it's not uppered. So let's go here and go remove size if if add or remove option or new size is equal to a blank string then we're gonna say here we're gonna take this we're gonna say status size update failed blank entry. Okay, and return false if they're blank. Okay, if you add a size, we're going to go here, else we're going to go new size equals new size dot upper. Does dot upper return eval? Yes. Okay, so we'll save new sizes dot upper. Okay, so now if you go apply, run, settings, add size, test, update failed, size already exists. Remove size, test, removed. Add size, added. Woohoo! So on the successes though, we aren't submitting the right message though. So on the return true, we need to configure the label to say status success update, size update success. So in the case, lastly then, of any other thing for the add remove option, we're going to call our failure hold up. So we can remove the save business. Remove this. Just return true. And remove the return true. Bring these guys out here. Save the business. Put the make the success, and then return true. On the case of this, we're going to say that this test failed, invalid option, update option. Invalid size update option, right, and return false, else we're going to save the business on an append and on a remove, load the current sizes onto the page, configure the message, and return true. So now if we run here, settings, size, remove, test, removed, success, update success, add, update success. So we'll say size, we'll say we'll put here the add or remove option. Right? To get an even more specific status to that individual message back. So now we have this settings, remove size test, remove size update success, and then add size test, add size update success. So then what we'll do is to give even more description, we'll say adds equal to, we'll put into here the actual size given, so the new size, right? Okay, so now if we run here, go settings, add size, test, update failed. So we need to, instead of that, this failed here, we're going to do the add or remove option. Here. Now we run. Right, we're gonna go add test. Add size update failed, size already exists. Remove, at remove size, test, update success. So then in the add size, okay, so now if we go here and we add in the size of test, boom, add size, test, update success. And then we remove, doesn't exist because we already removed it. Okay, so then let me just I want to just change this last time to just a quote on the new size. So now if we go here on the add size, add or remove, test, add size test updated successfully, remove size test, updated success. If I try to remove again, update, failed, it doesn't exist. If I try to add in a blank entry, update failed, blank entry. If I have a blank there, update failed, blank entry, update failed, blank entry. Perfect. Hey Film Flicks. We're building a small business manager. This is our CS50X final project. It takes in inventory items, converts those into transactions via returns and sales, and then auto-populates income statements. You can also input expenses as well to have those auto-input on your income statement for those calendar years, and then a balance sheet for remaining inventory unsold for that calendar year is added up for the worth and reported on your balance sheet as an asset for the business. And so now we're just updating these settings to be able to allow the user to add new sizes, remove sizes, add expense categories and expense methods, and remove them from their custom database, add sales platforms and transportation methods custom to the business, and then yada, 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 it's good to go. Okay. So we're going to do something very similar for the other ones, right? So let's go here. What we're going to do is for this update size function, we're pretty much going to copy this in its entirety down once. And then we're going to call this the update expense categories, right? Add or remove option, new expense. So we'll go here and say, we'll rename this simple in this local code namespace to expense, new expense category, right? This is going to be add or remove, expense category option, add, remove expense category entry, right? Add or remove option. So if they fail, expense category update failed, blank entry. New expense category is to the new expense category upper. We're going to add, so the add expense, what's my add options here? I say add expense category, remove expense category. And remove expense category. Okay, this is going to be businesses dot expense categories. This is going to be business.expense categories. Right? We'll say expense category already exists. Expense category doesn't exist. Status expense category update failed, invalid. Invalid update option. So add expense category. Category doesn't exist. Add or remove option, update failed, return false. Expense category dot remove the expense category given. If any other case for the options drop down, right, you say done allowed. We save the business. We configure the current expense categories label listed label dot expense categories self new expense category. Perfect. Okay, see, once we got the first one done, the second one came really quick. This is the final project for our CS50X. Let me check my phone here really quick. Where did my phone go? Oh, here it is. My lady friend is in commute to me right now. Oh, she's not gonna get here till late. She's gonna be pissed. She's not gonna be happy, boys. She is not going to be happy when she comes home. She's going to be tired. Okay, so, right, so in this update expense categories, right, we're getting the option, we're getting the new category. If any of those are blank, then we return false. We uppercase the new category, so then in our So I think we should title case these, right? So then in our occupi in business info, business class, what we're gonna do is in categories, we're gonna I'm gonna lower. Okay, we match. Okay, let's try it. So settings, okay, expense categories, current is equipment shipping delivery. Let's add a test category. Oh, we need to add the button functionality. So this is, our function is update expense categories. So on the button itself for the business cat settings, on the button, we're going to put that so we can get that command action to capture that event. And now we go settings, add test, there it is. Added expense category test, update success. Add expense category update failed, expense category already exists. Remove test, there it goes. Remove expense category test, update success. Cool. So just like that, it now, right, it took us like, 20 or so minutes to write those 50 or so, 20, 30 lines to get this functionality working for these entries and do the checks. But now it's really, really easy. We just copied over the functionality and repeat, and it applies to pretty much every single in the same format, and then it's good to go. So feels real good. We might not even need this refresh button down here. Okay, so then let's keep going here. So we're going to copy this update expense categories down for the methods now. Update expense methods. So here we're going to rename to new expense method dot method okay, expense methods right. So methods.append expense method business failed expense method expense already exists. Okay, so let me go up here to okay, so just like that, now the method should work. Oh, we need to, I keep forgetting, we need to paste in the function. There we go. And now if we run into the methods, method update failed, invalid option. Okay, so it doesn't like our option here. Oh. Add expense method. Category, there we go. So now for here, settings, add, test. Oh, we got added to the categories. Self.expense methods. Expense categories. Huh. It's updating the wrong area. So in my method add test, it's saving the values here for category expenses. Add or remove entry, new expense method. See ya, Jay Runny. We're configuring the label. Oh, the categories label. Methods listed label. Settings. Cool. All right, that one's done. Sell platforms. Okay, so update sale platforms. Given self. Rename. New sale platform. Okay. Sale platform. Add sale platform. Remove sale platform. Sale platforms. Sale platforms. Sale platforms. Sale platform doesn't exist. Sale platforms. New sale platform. Expense sale platform. Update failed. Invalid update option. Save business. Current sale platforms. Listed label. Sale platforms. Update success. Platform. Add or remove sale platform. Add or remove sale platform option, and now let's see. Settings, platforms, add, test. We need to add in the function like normal. Update sale platforms to the button for the event capture. Button here, command there with self dot. Hey Dead Egos, welcome back, dude. Working on the project today. We solved that next LeetCode problem for that same kind of Excel header one when we got the actual integer this time around, and we had to give back the header. No, we got the header and we had to give back the integer the other way around. We solved that one today. I feel a little bit better with base conversion stuff, Mr. Egos. Okay, so now if we go to our settings, test platforms. Line 326. Platform. Okay, now we go here, settings, test. There it is. Failed. Sail platform update removed. Remove sail platform test update success. Add sail platform test update success. Remove. Now if I go blank. Okay, I need to change that. Expense. Okay, next up. Last, we have sale platforms and then transportation methods, and that's it. Yeah, transportation methods, last one. So now we go sale platforms, bring this down. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna go add or remove option. Right, this is gonna be not the new trans p method. Add, remove, transportation method entry. Transportation, add, remove. Transportation method option, okay. Transportation method. Update failed blank entry. Add transp method. Remove transp method. Okay. Okay, rename that. So we go, this is going to be business class, transportation methods. Okay. So we have entry false, add transportation trans method. Trans method. Sale platform. Sale platform. Okay, so now if we go here, we need our function. We remembered this time, update. Okay, transportation methods. Come up here to that button. Update transportation methods button with a command equal to that. Self dot. We're going to remove the refresh button, which is on column 18. And we'll give column 18 some more weight. fine. Some spacing there. I want to give some okay, that looks good. So now if we run appy, does that transportation methods one work? Test. There it is. Add transportation method test success. Add transportation method update failed. Trans method already exists. Remove transportation method update success. Remove transportation method update failed. Trans method doesn't exist. If I go here on a blank, failed blank entry. Failed blank entry. Perfect. All right. Haha. Well, you guys. That's the project. That's it. Oh boy. That's it, man. I probably want to clean this page up a little bit, maybe spread these out a little bit more, organize this a little bit better, utilize this space, right? But this is it, man. This is the project. Nice. Fees and discounts can be a lot less on the income statement page. We'll push that up. All right, you guys, this is the project. Looks pretty good so far. Let me see, I want to go to here really quick. I want to go to the part where I'm doing the column headings. Small in the transactions. So here I'm going to go in the case, quote, discount, fee. We're going to do this. Min width 10, width given of 30. Now if we run account statement, fees, discounts. Oh, 10 min width. 10. The year goes smaller. Year can't go that small though. Minimum width is going to be 40. Give us 50. 30. And width is
Recibimos cordial saludo for Corso y Naantia.
the year won't go beyond that. Fees is small. Sales transport needs to be a little bit bigger. So 85 for the other ones. This will go down to 20. 35. So 20. 10. 90. Oh, it's weird. Width is 90. I don't know. Min width of 95. Given width of 10. Min width of 50. See what happens when I make this 75. Get pretty large. So in my transactions tab, so let me remove the minimum width. Let's see what happens. So now they can scrunch all the way down. So the year's got to mean with the 40, 50. The discount C is going to mean with the 50, 60, 95, 110 for everything else. I swear that's supposed to be smaller though. Discounts. Well, I think it's just spreading out. All right. So my program, it should do everything it's supposed to here. So we can add in inventory items. We can generate expenses. Okay, we can get a transact. We can transact those items. All right. Sweet, you guys. So this is our small business manager. We have completed it for the most part, I think. April 16th, this Wednesday, 10:30 marks the completion of the small business manager. 1.0 for the most part. And yeah, this is awesome, you guys. What do you guys think about it so far? Let's have a Reese's caramel cup for celebration. What do you guys think about it so far? If you guys are here in chat, leave a thumbs up for the completion of our CS50X final project. Woohoo! We are done. Nice. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and try it out. What should we do? I don't know what to do, guys. What should we do? Should we try it out? It's done. Okay, so let's go to here. Let's clear out our database. Go to our business info. Remove test platform. Remove 2025. Okay. Yeah, testing time, right? Okay. So everything is blank. Let's make sure if we add in a category that we can see it in our expense categories here. Oh, we cannot. Oh, bug, Mr. Bug. Okay, so we need to pass in, not only, we need to pass in on the saving of every value in our setting, we need to also pass in the instance of that inventory or that tab. Okay, so our settings function, our settings in our app.py, our settings tab is going to get inventory tab equals to inventory tab, expense tab equals to expense tab, and transactions tab equals to transactions tab. We are then going to go into our settings tab. We're going to come down onto the updates for the update name, for the update sizes. We're going to call self.business.adds append item size. Right, we're going to call, we config this one, and we're going to call self.inventory tab. Dot so we're going to come back up here really quick, go inventory tab equals to expense tab equals to, and then transactions tab is equal to, we're going to pass in the inven tab, expenses tab, tab, Okay. Now if we go down here onto the add item, okay, we're calling self dot inventory tab. Hey Timur, how's it going? What you bruh XDing about? Film Flicks, are you still there? How's it going, man? Welcome. We're coding our CS50X final project. Asvernos, welcome, dude. How's it going? Awesome to hear from you guys. If you guys are new here, sub along. We got a sub streak going here. We started off at like 1,700. We gained almost 30 this stream. You guys are awesome. I stream every single day. Me building projects, reading books, doing courses, teaching myself how to code from scratch. I've been teaching myself for about 10 months now. I have a degree in human biology and a minor in chemistry, and I work as a formulation chemist every day from a 9-to-5 job, and I teach myself afterwards every single day. So quite the grind going on over here, guys, every day. Grind don't stop. Uh-oh, Asvernos. Okay, so we're going to call on the update sizes. We're going to call self.inventory tab dot. So in the inventory tab, what do we do? Where's our sizes? Our sizes is called on the add item frame. Item size entry dot configure values. That's expense tab. Oh. I thought it was expenses tab. Okay, so now I have sizes here, settings, add size, test size, there it is, inventory. Yes! Woohoo! All right, look, we got it. Now we have that size there. So when we add sizes and remove them, right, if I remove the test removed, it's gone from our size list, and it's gone. Yay! Woo! Premier Hell, so do you learn anything new today? I learned it's sometimes hard work on a project for more than 7 days, especially when you start forgetting what the heck you were doing when programming. Make sure you have leave comments. Yeah, dude, I feel that, man. As I've gotten through these projects, there's been definitely times, especially on my old iteration and configuration of the small business manager within the CLI environment, that I would have to go through and read my code about, over again completely to know where to, go. And that by then it's, been 45 minutes before I even started adding new features, because I spent, 30 minutes reading what I wrote from the last week, 2 weeks, whatnot. But what I really, really found that is helpful is just really, focusing and trying to stay organized from the very jump. Now, it's not perfect, but I've really tried my best to, if something is its own thing, it's in its own separate file, and then I import it in. And so by doing that, I've kept everything segregated into its singular functional level, such as this is my main app. This is for getting the window open. This is the income statement tab. So everything on that tab, the income statement is found within this, like on this page, right? Within this file. Everything on the settings tab page is found within here. So I've been, and then I have different auxiliary check functions, which do some conversions or some basic checking of some input values. So I have those here that I'm importing, and so it's really, really been crucial to keep everything super organized, is what I found. Okay, so let's go back to our settings tab, and then so we did the update size one then. So in the expense categories right here on the configure of the label, we're going to go self.expense tab dot in our expense tab, right, in our expense tab, what we're doing is we need to find the part where we have categories and methods. So self.categories. Okay, so it's this here, self.category. So expense category and expense method. Okay, so expense.category.config values equals to self.business.expense categories, right? And then we'll copy this down and then do expense tab dot method dot config expense methods. So in the expense tab we have method here, self.method. So then I'll take this, exit this, go down to the method update and paste that here. Okay, so then in the update sale platforms, so I might go to my app, expenses has category and method, and then transaction has sale platform and transportation method. So then we're going to go to settings tab, into our update sale platforms. We're going to come down here and paste that in. But this is going to be the transactions tab dot what is it going to be in our transactions tab? Where are we locating our combo boxes? In the transaction type entry? No, not in that one. We want to get the platform. So that's right here, platform.config dot sale platforms. And then we'll take this whole thing, go into the methods down here, update this for transactions tab, platform, transportation method, transportation methods. Okay, so now if we go app.py, right, we're here, we have no sizes, no additional sizes. If I go settings, if I throw a test on the add sizes, it added, and there it is. Boom. Okay. Ooh, headphones are dying. So then, so that has the test size there. So now if I go, my headphones died, so we're gonna have to wait on the music, guys. So now if I go remove that test, boom, it's removed from the list. And is it in there? No, it's not. Perfect. Okay, so now if I go settings, update category for expenses, call test, that updates, go to expenses, categories, there it is. Now if I delete it, right, and remove it, it got removed. Oh, hold up, guys. My lady friend's calling me. Hola, moto. Hello, sorry, my lady friend's here. Sorry, Premier Hell, I missed your messages. Oh, got you. If you guys are here, part of the late night crew, leave a thumbs up on the stream. It really, really helps. I really appreciate everybody being here and joining me. It's awesome to collaborate with you guys and network and meet you guys every single day and learn about what you're coding. Please join my Discord, link down below in the description of my Discord, on my YouTube, and in the description of my profile on Twitch. You guys can join my Discord and get access to a roadmap of my entire learning journey so far. My dog's going crazy. And it's a great place to be to ask questions and just hang out and get some help offline if you're new to programming or experienced and just want to be in a community with people. I really appreciate you guys being here and joining me. Truly, it's been super fun hanging out with you guys. I'm going to sign off for tonight. We'll come back tomorrow and do our LeetCode reading and continue on and probably submit our final project. So thank you guys so much for being here again. Please join the Discord. Message me, subscribe, like, comment, do whatever. I'll see you guys later. My lady friend's here, and I'm going to go and hang out with her tonight and just relax. We finished the final project. It's done, 99.9% complete. We just got to fix some bugs in here and there and then submit it. It's a inventory small business manager where we can add individual items, expenses, and then transact those individual items via sales or returns, and then have an income statement automatically generated per those calendar years for these various parameters summed within our database, and then a balance sheet for the calendar years summed via the leftover inventory not sold for that calendar year. So thank you guys so much for being here. Sorry to jet out so quick, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll be back.